Taste Man here. Y'all are used to seeing me in a bunch of Ohio State gear. Well, I'm a graduate of the University of Kentucky, live in Lexington, so Logville and Stagg here, lifelong Lexington resident, pretty much. You lived in a suburb briefly. I lived in Nebraska briefly, but we're both lifelong residents, so I'm actually rooting against Ohio State today when they play Kentucky in basketball. But then we're both Ohio State fans, as is Taste Man Jr., who's filming. So after the basketball game, I'll put on an Ohio State football jersey and root against the hideous team from Knoxville. All right, so we're going to have a taste of Lexington. A lot of people bag on this bottle. Stagg doesn't bag on Town Branch because, tell them why. Why that you think it tastes better than a lot of people would say.
I mean, cash strength, it's a lot better than their regular. Sure. And
tell them what you like that a lot of bourbon folks don't like. That
scotch. Yeah, because it's got the scotch malty notes to it. A little bit of brininess.
Because of that briny malt stuff, we might want to start with the James Pepper, especially since you've never had it. So let's switch, rotate that around.
Do that.
So I guess we can do it like this. All right, let's go. This is your first taste on the James Pepper, right?
Yep.
I'm not as wild about this bottle as a lot of people. I root for it because it's distilled and bottled here in Lexington, but I think the bottle's gorgeous. I think the bourbon is good, but nothing fabulous. I'm not sure that I don't like Woodford Reserve more than this. I mean, say what you will, like a Woodford pick.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's very corn forward. It's inoffensive.
Yeah, I mean,
it's very inoffensive. I mean,
it's got a little bit of a hug.
Yeah.
Of course, this is just the first pour.
The proof of that.
But I'm really not sure that I don't like standard Woodford Reserve more. We're going to test that. But I just think most of what's good about it is that beautiful bottle.
It is better than some of the bourbons they had out before.
Yes,
it is better than that.
Well, but they didn't distill that, so their own distillate's better than
that's
what
good
they
to
were
know.
doing with the MGP. All right, so let's see. Is this a pick? Yeah.
Yep.
Keeneland Association. Oh, also in Lexington. Here you go. So let's see how that fares. A lot sweeter. A lot thicker mouthfeel.
It's a lot thicker.
Way sweeter. I mean,
a little more. Well, but it's a kind of.
That one dude Ryan got on me talking about the bitter notes in this. I mean, it's not like Booker's bitter. But
the bitter notes in the pepper?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get any bitter at all.
Well, compared to this tastes like candy.
I don't know. Like I said, I felt this was kind of corn forward. Like it just felt like just corn. You want to try it again?
Yeah. I'm not sure you're drinking it.
I get more of the rye in this one than I do because the pepper like feels like it's one step away of just bringing corn whiskey.
Now going straight back to it, I'm getting some of the lemon notes. It's definitely got a better hug, without question. But I mean,
which one?
The pepper.
Well, it's higher proof.
Yeah. But I'm saying Woodford Reserve isn't known for being bold.
No, it's totally a palate bourbon.
But I think it's pretty daggone good for the price. I mean, it used to be considered an expensive bourbon, but you know, at its price point now, that's just
I do prefer the Woodford.
A few inches above
over the pepper.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, it's
a lot more going on with the Woodford.
Yeah, which is weird. Because you don't talk about
Woodford. You would think of Woodford just being like safe and solid, but then compared to this, this is kind of one note.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to a lot more going on.
There's going to be a lot more going on this thing.
Whole lot more going on.
Lord have mercy. Not much much of the nose though. Which is
no, the nose is almost absent.
I know. That's kind of crazy.
The nose really is evasive. How are we doing on time?
Oh, there's the malt.
5.5.
There it is.
That's why people that don't do scotch can't tolerate Town Branch.
No.
You wouldn't think this was a bourbon in a blind.
No,
I mean, it is funky.
It is almost
spearmint,
like you're drinking
wintergreen.
It's almost like you're drinking Glenlivet. Do you still have your Glenlivet?
I probably do.
Because it tastes a lot like it.
All right, so what we got there?
So this is actually...
This is the Lagavulin part of the Lagavulin Stag.
So he didn't find his Glenlivet, but he found a Glenfarclas Highland 12-year single malt Scotch. So, you know, it's all it is. Malted barley. So I said, like, this one really is malt forward. A lot like a Highland.
I said I wasn't going to have a pinch, but I'm curious.
So I feel like it's very malt forward, so I wanted to compare it to something that actually is
like,
malt.
Jeez, it smells like malt vinegar.
I'm telling you, you're tasting very similar stuff. You can get the thickness of the corn in this, but
okay, here we go.
That malt is there.
Here we go, let's see. I am not a Scotch guy.
But tell me you're not getting similar things.
Very similar.
Very similar.
You know, the nose on this is horrific, but it doesn't taste bad. But I still feel like I'm drinking malted vinegar. But I guess it's got malt in it.
There you go.
Malted vinegar has malt, right?
Mm-hmm. That's fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I mean, you got to remember the founder.
Yeah. Now
Irishman.
tell him about that.
He's Irishman, who also they have a place. They have a distillery and a laboratory in Ireland.
Yeah.
Pierce Lyons. So, and they also do distill Irish whiskey as well. And so, you know, they're really going to lean into malt. And so, I guess it shouldn't be too big of a surprise that you're going to see it.
Well, I tell you what, the James Pepper tasted better than that Scotch. I won't go ahead and say that.
Yeah,
but
that's
I find
crazy.
this a fascinating bottle. I like it, but God, I wouldn't think it was bourbon at all.
108.
So did you see they've got a $400 American single malt? Was it 15 or 17 year?
15 year.
Oldest American single malt. No chance of me getting that. I don't want to get it, but I do find it intriguing. You got free distillery tours for life if you buy that bottle.
That's crazy because several years ago.
Because their beer's pretty good.
A few years ago, they came out with 11 year.
Yeah.
And I bought that.
I'm sure it was less than 400.
No, yeah, it was $75.
Yeah. So you're paying $325 for 4 years and
and
free tours.
Free tours for life.
You can go to Buffalo Trace and get free tours. You just
anytime you want.
Got to schedule them,
but you don't have to buy anything.
I don't know if I'm gonna edit out that belch or keep it in there. How are we doing on the time?
3 minutes on this one.
Oh yeah, or where the other one was. All right. So yeah, this was rambling. Cheers. Hey, TikTok may only be on for another week or so, but I'm over on YouTube and I've got under 200 followers, so you can get in where you fit in over there on the old YouTube. I don't do Zuckerberg stuff, so I won't be there. Cheers.
So after we went with James Pepper Town Branch, we tried James Pepper first. I was like, this is pretty basic, kind of corn forward. We also had a little bit of Woodford and felt that it had a little more variety going on compared to the pepper. Pepper's not bad, kind of basic. We had Town Branch, which is certainly malt heavy. I put it up against a 12-year Highland Scotch. Found a lot of similarities in the flavor with the malt. It's like both of them had the same thing, except Town Branch, of course, also has got a little corn in it to give it a little more meat. But then went back to the pepper. After having all this malted barley on my tongue, went back to the pepper, and all of a sudden, what didn't come through the first time was cinnamon, which is kind of fascinating.
And when I think of cinnamon and whiskey, there's 2 distilleries. Four Roses and Willet. So, let's see what cinnamon's like now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the Willet Distillery should just be renamed Fireball.
Good God.
I mean, it's like, basically, it's like those little cinnamon candies you get in the box.
Little Red Hots.
Yeah, but without the
cinnamon,
heat.
so
Without
much.
the heat.
No, it's without
just
the heat,
cinnamon.
but that cinnamon, it's when you first put it in your mouth and you get the coating at first before you bite into the heat.
I mean, this is Fireball, folks. Don't believe the hype. It's just different iterations and elevations of Fireball. Everything Willet is cinnamon whiskey. I'm sorry.
I didn't realize this.
I said it.
I didn't realize this was that far off from Noah's Mill in terms of proof.
Is it?
101.
It drinks like it's 40 proof.
I know.
It's weird. It's so weird.
But yeah, that's
I bet
that's candy Fireball.
It is candy. All right, we're good.